Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live again from Shri Kachleva Patel Samaj. This is match number 14 and it is toss number 14. Harum Titans. So we have Pranav with us to do the toss. So the captain of Harum Titans will be doing the call. Pranav, you can do the toss. Youth League is the call. Youth League it is. So Neeraj of Harum Titans have won the toss. What would you like to do?
We like to bowl first.
So this wickets has been slightly behaving different in the previous game. Is that the reason that you decided to bowl first?
Not really, but we like to chase for chase.
So it's also because you chased the previous game very comfortably in 14.3 overs. So is there any changes in the squad or is it the same squad?
Yeah, there are 3 changes in the squad. So we have Shem coming in and Peter and Narendra.
Fantastic. So good luck to you. Manish, the toss didn't go your way, but what would have been your decision should you have won the toss?
We had a toss. We had win the toss, so I chose bowling first.
So you wanted to bowl first. Any specific reason?
No.
So is there any change? Because we also had a very tight game. You won by 2 runs, but I'm sure the team's morale is very high.
Yeah, I will change only one player. Today, Dominic in and out Raju Sutaria.
Okay, so Dominic is in place of Raju Sutaria. So that's it. The news from the center is Harum Titans have won the toss and they have decided to bowl first.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 14 for the Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj Premier League. We have the game held between Hariom Titans and Playmasters, whereby Hariom Titans have won the toss and elected to bowl first. Over number 1 for team Hariom is bowled by Yug Kerai, the last ball. In swinging delivery, played with soft hands in the mid-wicket region. That's the end of over number 1. Playmasters are on the score of 10 runs for the loss of no wicket. Opening pairs for team Playmasters, Manish Kerai and Pankaj Sangani.
After the first over, Playmasters on 10 runs for no loss. Coming in for the second over for Harum Titans. And welcome back, Peter Koech.
Bowling over number 2 for team Hariom Titans, Peter Koech. That's a good start from Peter Koech. Right up starts with a good bouncer there to Pankaj Sangani. A in-swinging bouncer. Couldn't played by Pankaj Sangani. That's a good in-swinging length ball there by Peter Koech. Seems like Pankaj has been hit on his ribs. That was a good ball by Peter Koech. Didn't give room to Pankaj Sangani. Another in-swinging delivery by Peter Koech. Pankaj still not playing. Not getting the middle from the bat. Really good bowling there by Peter. That's in the air. And a good catch by Peter. 3 dots. Pankaj under pressure. Trying to hit it over mid-on. Finds up. Getting caught by Peter himself.
First wicket is missing Pankaj Sangani.
Harum Titans getting their first wicket. The name of Pankaj Sangani. Good eyes on the ball. Nice catch by Peter. Replacing Pankaj Sangani, Subham Chugg. A very good hitter of the white ball.
Playmaster Shubham Chugg.
Extend these arms. Middle. Off stump. Thank you. Smalls left. Three.
Number 30. 2 balls. Right arm over, 2 to play.
2.
Yeah.
Wait it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We had a bit of a delayed start from our end. Apologies for the same. We are here for match number 14, in fact, between the Playmasters and the Harum Titans. Earlier today, the Playmasters captain winning the toss and deciding to bowl first. Sorry, the Harum Titans, in fact. So Harum Titans winning the toss and deciding to field first. And that's a lovely looking stroke from Manish Kerai, the captain of Playmasters. The Playmasters would be expecting him to play a big knock today for them to be emerging victorious in this game. It's a very crucial encounter for both the teams. Harum Titans fairly better placed than the Playmasters at this point in time. But the Playmasters would be expecting the captain Manish Kerai to get a move on from here. So far this has been a steady start from the Playmasters, not allowing. There's an appeal here. There was a big heave towards the mid wicket. He wanted to deposit that ball into the river. It was a wild swing. And it is this cool end from where Kerai, young lad, very promising youngster. He's bowling today. Much would be expected from him. Shubham Chag opening the innings with Manish Kerai. There's a big heave again, but not able to connect. Manish would be not very happy with himself because that seemed to be a length ball. Something that Manish would have loved to have. And he got exactly what he wanted, but unfortunately not able to capitalize this time. Yog keeping things tidy after being hit for a boundary on the first delivery itself. Playing it much. A little late. Good to see full face of the bat from Manish. Was not trying to hit it across. Was trying to play the ball, offering the full face. Coming towards the line of the ball, leaning onto it. Playing towards the extra covers fielder. Peter Quait's there. Returning along with Shem and Goche. So Harum Titans steps down the track. There's a fielder for this shot. They have actually got the long on behind. The mid on had been moved to a long on position. And precisely the reason why Yug did that. Because he was expecting Manish Kerai to go for the big shot. And this is exactly what he did. But there was a fielder already placed there, which will allow Manish to take only a single. So this time, Yug will be coming to ball his first delivery to Shubham. In fact, the last delivery of the third over. Length delivery. One bounce. The fielder says it's a 6, and this is the first maximum of the day. Length delivery. Picked up well by Shubham Chag. Hits it towards the cow corner. And it's a delight to watch. Going with the swing. It was coming in towards him. What a brilliant follow through it was. While you would have expected the over to have gone his way, only conceding 5 runs in his first 5 deliveries, Shubham Chag had different plans in the last ball of the over, hitting it for a good 6, and that was a first maximum from Shubham Chag. And with that, The Playmasters run rate also pushes up to about 7. Precisely, they are standing at 7 runs per over, managing to score 21 at the end of 3 overs. Brings in the experience of Peter Koech. Length delivery. Manish decides to go for it. He realizes that the cover as well as the points was inside. But the point fielder manages to stop it. Satish Irani, the fielder there, saving 2 runs for his team. Another length delivery, one-handed hit towards the square leg, and that's 4 runs, yet another boundary. The ball rushed him a bit inside, but Manish going through with the shot. Puts the bat on the line, and because of the speed of Peter Koech and also the bat speed, the ball went almost to yet another maximum, just falling short and resulting in a 1 bounce 4. This is a good boundary. Good start of the over from Manish Kera. He looks dangerous. He wants to attack. Length delivery again, and he punishes it. This time pierced through the covers and the extra cover fielder. This is great batting here from Manish Kerai. And in fact, Peter is going to his favorite area, and Manish is someone that he loves the length delivery and punishes it. And this is yet another 4 runs. This is already a good over for Team Playmasters. 10 runs in 3 balls. Yet another 3 deliveries remaining. It would be interesting to see how Peter Koech is trying to come back. He's an experienced bowler, plays for the national team, coming back from a good national trip after the Pearl of Africa tour. He would be looking forward to make a mark for his team. Hit straight. There's a deflection of 2 fielders, but the batsman will still manage to get a single here. Peter Koech steaming in, but this time this is going towards the leg side, completely missing the batsman, missing the stumps, and the umpire signals a wide. Welcome runs for the Playmasters. It would be interesting to see the last 2 deliveries of this over. This has already been an expensive over, conceding 12 runs. And Shubham Chag, who's looking good, especially after a maximum in the previous over, he wouldn't be sparing any length delivery. So it would be interesting to see how Peter Koech approaches this. Now the length delivery, but a bit of an extra bounce there, not allowing the batsman to free his arms, angling in towards the right-handed batsman. Peter Koech steaming in, length delivery again, but this time glided off, guides it, but before the fielder could collect it, gets yet another run. That was a good over for the Playmasters. And at the end of 4 overs, the score moves to 34 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. So there's a change in the bowling. This is over number 5. Mahendra Shiani coming, and this time he's coming from the school end. He has been the most economical bowler for the team play Harum Titans, and it would be interesting to see how they are playing him. He's a very economical bowler, very much on line and length, hits the deck, loves to bring it in towards the right-handed batsman, and surprises the batsman also with his odd delivery, which is swinging away. So this would be a good contest. Mahendra Shiani versus Shubham Chak. Tries to hit it, length delivery, but hurrying him a bit. This has been the story from school, and most of the times bowlers, especially the ones who are hitting the deck and wanting to bring it in, likes to come from that end because the wicket offers always a support with a little bit of an extra bounce, not allowing the batsman to play through the shot sometimes. And he's someone who's been really utilizing the conditions. He steams in for his second delivery. This time comes to the batsman's arc, swinging in. It would be interesting to see the replay, but this time he decides to go above the mid-on fielder. Bit of shape outside, but still picked up well by Shubham Chak. The bottom hand comes into play there. Hits it past the mid-on fielder, and the moment it had gone past the mid-on fielder, it was 4 runs written all over it. Mahindra walks in to his next delivery, steps down the track, but finds a fielder there. But there's some good running between the wickets. Manish was quick to take off, and to respond to his call was Shubham Chak. Good running between the wickets. This has been seen throughout the tournament, where most of the teams have been good in terms of running between the wickets. Mahendra comes in, and this time to Manish Kirai. Big hit towards his leg side. Finds a fielder at square leg. There's a bit of a collision there, but looks like no one's harmed. After getting hit for a boundary in the second delivery, Mahendra has been on the money for the next 2 deliveries now. It would be interesting to see how Shubham Chak, because he is looking to let loose here. He wants to go after the bowling. He's made his intentions very clear. This is the 5th delivery of the 5th over. And exactly, he expresses his interest and he goes after it. Waiting for the umpire signal. This is yet another maximum from Shubham Chak. He has been relentless in his pursuit of depositing anything that is short. Goes down on his knees. Hits it towards his favorite area, cow corner. He's been utilizing that area very well, especially on length deliveries. Last game, I think he would have had at least 6 or 7 boundaries hit in the same region. He's a very strong player of leg side. And anything slightly short would be punished. And this is exactly what we got to see. Tries to hit the same shot. He would be considering himself a bit unlucky, because it was there on the slot for him to go for it. But he misses it.
At the end of 5 overs, Cricket Masters on 46 runs for the loss of 1 wicket.
And your bowling coming left arm wrong to you.
So far, Playmasters would be very happy about the way they're going about their innings, especially after being put to bat by Harum Titans. Looks like a good deck to bat on. We haven't seen much happening with the ball, but it would be interesting to see here. There's a spinner coming, Samar Gajar, left arm spinner, and he's also bowling to Manish Kerai, who's also a leg spinner. This is the last over of power play, so the Playmasters batsman would be looking to capitalize. Good shot there, hitting between the point fielder and the covers. Finds a gap easily, pierces it between them, and it had 4 runs written all over it. The moment it left his bat, frees his arms, sees some width, and the ball was turning away, so didn't even shy away from throwing his bat at it, and that was 4 runs. Manish has been looking good in this game. After a couple of poor outings, he has been looking good, and this is what my fellow commentator Vishal was also opinionating in the previous game, that if Manish stays in there for easily 8 to 10 overs, he would definitely give a big score to his team.
Coming left arm round to you.
Shabash Amar.
Dot ball here, but they still get a single here. This is good cricket from Manish and Shubham. They are making sure that the score is sticking. Even if they are not getting a boundary, they are still going for those singles, which is very good here. This is good piece of cricket. There's a change in angle from Samar Gajar. He realizes that Manish was targeting the point and the cover region, so he decides to come round the stumps to get that angle away from the righty batsman, or maybe to even cramp him for room. Changes it for Shubham Chag. This is good bowling. Immediately he realizes Shubham Chag has come to bat. He changes his end, not allowing the batsman to read him well. This is good bowling, and this brings us to the end of the power play. Playmasters are on 53 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Good start from Playmasters so far. Brings in the experienced bowler, former captain of the Kenya team, very experienced cricketer, Shem Ngoche. His captain would be certainly expecting him to give him a breakthrough here, because so far the Playmasters, after losing the first wicket, seems to have consolidated their position with a good partnership brewing between Manish Kerai and Shubham Chag. Manish Kerai scoring the bulk of scoring, and Shubham also getting a couple of big maximums. With offered, something that Manish would have loved, but experience of Shem coming. That was a warm-up delivery for Shem. Right on the money, not giving any room. Very experienced, very talented left arm spinner. Pitched up, goes for it. He goes the full Monty. Hits down the ground, out of the ground. That's another big maximum from Manish Kerai. Hits it straight down the ground. In fact, towards the long on, there was a fielder down there, but he would only be a spectator as the ball was passing through him. Manish is looking dangerous today, and he is someone who can really take on the spinners. Of course, Shem is a very experienced campaigner. He would know how to vary his length and line. But it would be interesting to see how the wicket behaves. Does he get that extra bit of support from the wicket? Because we've seen in some of the previous games, the wicket is very flat, allowing the batsman to go through their shots, come to the line, hit through the line, not doubting themselves, and the batsmen have been completely backing themselves, going for their shots. They're not shying away from playing their shots because they realize that the wicket gets even better with the second innings. So after 2 dot deliveries, a big 6 from the bat of Manish Kirai. Another hit there, but there's a fielder at mid-wicket. The mid-wicket fielder cuts it. So realizing that Manish is very strong towards the leg side, Shem has got a cow corner in place, a mid-wicket in place, there's a long on there. Tries to go for a quick single. There's a bit of a misfielding. Very unusual from Shubham. He's a great fielder there. But I think he wanted to attack the stumps, just missed. And this is also good cricket from the batsman, always trying to get those extra single, putting pressure on the fielders. Wow, that's a good delivery from Shem. Shaping away from the right-handed batsman. It is that delivery that cuts you in the midair, not making you so indecisive that as a batsman you're confused whether to go in the front or play in the back foot. And that was a gem of a delivery from Shem. Brings us to the end of 7th over. Score is 61, with Manish looking good from scoring 40 from 25, followed by 20 runs of Shubham from 13 deliveries. Unfortunately, Pankaj missed out. The only wicket for the Playmasters, courtesy Peter Koech. Samar Gajjar, after a successful over, coming back for the second over for Harum Titans. Steps down the track, anticipated, he saw that the ball was slightly flighted, had no hesitation to step out, but then he realizes that he was just a little short of reaching to the ball, and then he decides to just defend it, not going through with his shot. This is a reverse sweep. The first reverse sweep comes into play. This is the first reverse sweep from the bat of Shubham Chak. He is known to play the reverse sweep, the scoop shot. He has a lot of cheeky shots in his armour. And if you see that man who is on the point, Shubham Patel, he also treated the entire fans in his great valiant knock in the previous game. He also hit at least 3 sixes on reverse sweep. So both of them playing this game against each other. Followed up by a good delivery from Samar Gajjar. A dot, a boundary and a dot. Catches the call and he takes it. Caught and bowled Samar Gajjar. This is good comeback from Samar. Breaks the partnership. Gets the much needed wicket for his captain. Because this partnership was blooming very, very well. After losing Pankaj, who didn't trouble the score as much. This is almost more than 60 runs partnership. So right now we have 2 left-arm spinners bowling in tandem, Shem Ngoche and Samar Gajjar. Interesting to see if the captain of Playmasters would decide to bring in a left-handed batsman, because we've got 2 left-arm spinners bowling in tandem on either ends. But the captain deciding to bring in Shubham Jadhav. He looked good in the previous game.
Right stump. Center.
Ball.
2 to play. Coming left arm round.
Playmaster had a great game in the previous outing against the Nairobi Capitals, where they won the game by 2 runs. Shubham Jadhav played a great knock. He's coming from a good outing. He scored 44 runs from just 19 deliveries in that game, hitting 3 fours and 4 maximums. He sees an opportunity to sweep it, realizes the ball was pitched down leg, tries to guide it, but finds a fielder at fine leg, Shemangoche, and that was a good over from Samar Gajjar. And at the end of 8 overs, score moves to 65 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
Right arm over.
We have yet another emerging player coming to bowl now. From the school end, it's Kush Vekaria. There's an appeal, but ball going down leg. Very unique action, Kush Vekaria. Kush teaming in. Unique action from him. Not easy to pick it up, but very happy to see that his head is very straight as he delivers the ball, and this is allowing him to get the right areas.
Last leg. Last leg. Center.
To Shubham Jadhav. Kush Vekaria. Shubham tries to heave it. Slightly slow delivery, varying his speed. Not able to get the middle of the bat. Kush Vekaria steaming in again. He has been very impressive in terms of the lengths he's bowling this over. He's been pretty much consistent on the line he wants to attack. He's coming outside the off stump, not going into the arc of Shubham Jadhav. Maybe that's a ploy that he wants to continuously attack outside the off stump. He's not coming in for Shubham Jadhav because he would have seen that Shubham is quite good towards the mid wicket and cow corner area. He's hit a lot of good deliveries. Now this time there's a fielder down there in the covers, Vishal Bojani, but before he could collect it, the batsman manages to get a single and brings in Manish. Manish has been out of strike for a while. For the Playmasters, they would be hoping Manish to get majority of the strike because he's striking very well. From the middle of the bat again, lovely sound. The moment it hit the bat, it sounded so good, but brings us to the end of over number 9. The score moves to 68 for the loss of 2 wickets. We are on to the last over before the strategic timeout. And this is Shem Ngoche, and he will be bowling to Manish Kerai, who's looking dangerous. He's already hit Shem for a good 6, good maximum. But it was good recovery from Shem in the previous over. Length delivery coming in. This is sloppy fielding. Two fielders converging, but not deciding who would want to collect it. But the ball sails between the two of them, past the boundary rope for 4 runs. And the bowler pretty upset with the fielding approach there. And that brings us to 72. He's using the arm ball towards Manish Kerai, pushing it in. Another one, pushing it in. So this has been a barrage of arm balls towards Manish Kerai from Shem Ngoche. Yet another one, angling it in. He goes to the same area, but this time Vishal picks it comfortably at the cow corner. But the batsman still steals a single. Brings Shubham back on strike. This is the first time that Shubham is facing Shem in this game. This would be a good contest. Both of them used to play together for Stray Lions in the NPCA Cricket League. Makes room, hits it between the point and the covers. There's a protection in the deep, but before he could make it, the ball sails past to the boundary. He already created room for himself. Looks like he was already predetermined, anticipating the delivery to be on the stumps, and he wanted it to hit between those fielders, and he found the right area and gets rewarded with a boundary. 2 more deliveries in this over. Comes towards his thumb, towards his pads. That's good running between the wickets. 2 runs. Umpire Paul Anjere signals to third umpire. There's a review for a run out here.
Doubtful. Confirm your run out.
Both the batsmen seems to be quite comfortable. Shubham seems to have made it from his expression. Even the fielding team doesn't seem to be very, very excited about the appeal, although they will be still hoping if there is some magic that happens in their favor. Decision pending from the umpires. And yes, the umpire giving it not out as expected. But this is some good cricket, good running between the wickets. Wow, Manish seems to have been lucky here, because he's grounded it at the very last moment. Shubham tries to hit it over. Looks like he wanted to hit the inside out shot. Not able to connect it. And that brings us to the first strategic timeout of the day. At the end of 10 overs, Playmasters are on 77 for the loss of 2 wickets. So we are back after the strategic timeout. Kush Vekaria to continue the proceedings from the school end. Brings Manish back on strike. He has been looking good today, already at 48 from 32 deliveries. His team would be expecting him to score a 50, complete his 50 in this over. Good shot there from Manish. What a shot, and that brings up his 50. 50 runs from the bat of Manish Kerai. Teammates acknowledging, and Manish acknowledging the clap of his teammates. Applause for a great valiant knock from Manish. He looked good from the first delivery today. He has been right on the money, and he has made sure that his team's total looks good, and he's now set to continue again. Hits it straight past the bowler Kush Vekaria. Yet another boundary, hits it straight down the ground. The fielders converging, but they could not stop it. It was hit hard by Manish Kerai. That's the second boundary in this over after the strategic timeout. Now, pressure on the bowler. Young shoulder, young head. But he's a very, very good bowler, so he would be expected to come back. Manish wanted to heave it towards the mid-wicket, but couldn't connect well. Finds the fielder, still gets a run. So far, this has been a good over again for Playmasters. Already 11 runs scored from 5 deliveries with 1 ball to go. Shubham Jadhav was looking to attack Kush Vekaria in the previous over, but Kush seems to be having the last laugh so far. Now this time he realizes that Kush has been constantly attacking him outside the off stump, so decides to shuffle, come outside the off stump, tries to heave it towards the leg side, unable to connect it well, and gets only a single. But the over still costed them 12 runs and seems to be good for the Playmasters, who are on 91 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 11 overs. Shamangoche coming. Shubham Jadhav going back to the same style of batting that he exhibited in the previous over. Creates room, hits it against the spin as it was coming in. It was angled in. Creates room, hits it the inside out shot. He was looking to convert that in the previous over. Missed out on 1 delivery, but this time he's successful and gets 4 runs. Going for a sweep shot. There's a big appeal and given. That's a good wicket for the Harum Titans. Ball on the stumps. Batsman going for a sweep. Missing it completely. Straight. Looks to me a plum decision. Experience of Paul and Jere. He makes no mistake. and gives it an LBW there. The fielders are watching to see who is the next batsman who would be walking in. And as expected, they bring in their left-handed batsman Dipak Patel. He walks in to the crease. He has got some good starts. He's not been able to convert them to a big score. Much would be expected from him. He scored a 4 in the previous game. He missed out on the past 2 occasions against Mahadev Strikers and the Nairobi Capitals. He did get a good innings, played a good cameo of 27 in the game against the Palora Dragons. But he will definitely be looking forward to attack a left-arm spinner. Hits it straight down the ground. It's a full toss delivery from Shem. So far, this has been a good over from Shem. He broke the partnership which was brewing between Manish Kerai and Shubham Jadhav. Manish tries to go for a big heave. Opens the face of the bat. The ball goes towards the extra cover fielder, but lands well short of the fielder. Manish still getting a single. Making a slight adjustment in the field, Shem. He's suspecting that the batsman might go after him for a sweep shot. Rocks onto his back foot. Hits it towards the cow corner. But the fielder collects it and he gets his second run. Shem decides to come in towards the left-handed Dipak Patel. Now tosses it up. Ball going towards the leg side. Manish hits it straight toward the long on fielder. Gets yet another single. Score moves to 99 at the end of 12 overs. We have seen crowd coming in day after day to enjoy some great cricketing action, and they have certainly been treated to some good cricket with the likes of some great players, some interesting young players and experienced invitational players over the last few days. We've seen a couple of hundreds being scored in this format. We've seen 6 boundaries being hit in an over. We have seen 50s being scored in 21 deliveries, matched in 21 deliveries, beaten and scored in 17. And that was also being risked, being chased down by Tanzil. So we've seen some great batting attack. Short delivery, but finds the fielder there who makes no mistake, the captain Neeraj. And that's a welcome wicket, and that's the wicket of Manish Kerai. They would be considering them a little lucky to have collected that. This could be the extra space or extra bounce that he got, because otherwise Manish was looking to belt it over the square leg. but plays a good innings. This is a great innings from Manish Kirai, captain leading from the front. Unfortunately, it had to be short-lived. Manish quite disappointed with himself because he would have expected that to hit it past the fielder. So that brings in a new batsman, Dominic Vezonga. First outing for him in this tournament. His team deciding to bring him on in place of Rajiv Sutaria. Very experienced campaigner, has been in the domestic circuit for quite some time. Very handy batsman and also a good medium pacer. Plays for the Gymkhana team in the Nairobi Provisional Cricket Tournament. So it would be interesting to see. This is a very interesting phase. Next 4 to 5 overs will decide the course of this game. Decides to play through the line, but getting some good shape. Peter Koech slightly goes past. He wanted to play through the shot, play through the line. He will have to do a bit of adjustment for a new batsman to come in. It would not be easy for him to play through the line. Now slightly length delivery, width offered. I mean, this is how Peter Koech usually bowls. He likes to use the decks. He runs in, steams in, uses his shoulder, hits the deck, and if he gets a bouncy track, a seaming track, he can be a very dangerous campaigner. Very rhythmic bowling action. Punches it between the point and the cover fielder, gets a single. But again, coming back to Peter Koech, it's a very rhythmic bowling action. That also brings up 100 runs for Playmasters. Runs in, rhythmic run up. Looks quite in harmony. Runs in, high arm release. Overall, it's a very good bowling action to see for any young bowler who wants to pursue fast bowling. Runs in. Slightly going down, drifting down his leg. Guides it. The moment it goes past the fine leg, it was 4 runs. Guides it down the leg. And it was 4 runs written all over it. First boundary from Dipak Patel. His team would be expecting him to play a long knock today. He's capable of doing that. Once he gets going, he plays all around the ground. A very good, young, talented cricketer to watch. Short delivery. Taps it, gets a single. Good running between the wickets. This is sensible cricket. Hitting a boundary, getting a single, going past to the non-striker. At the end of 13 overs, Playmasters are on 105 for the loss of 4 wickets. It's a very interesting and sensitive phase of the game. If Playmasters are wanting to score big, they know they will have to have this partnership going in at least for the next 3 to 4 overs. And then they have the likes of Harish Asani and Harish Rabadia to come, and they would be definitely having full license to go after the bowling, throw their bat at anything that comes their way. But it would be for this partnership to set the tone for that to happen in the latter part of the game. Shem coming back to bowl his 4th over. Dismissed Shubham Jadhav, who was looking dangerous. Going down leg, umpire not interested, there's an appeal there. Clearly pitching down leg. Now bowling much more flatter, angling it away from the lefty batsman. This time coming in. 3 dot balls. It would be now, this might just play in the mind of Dipak Patel. He might look to cut loose this ball. Trying to go for it again, missing leg, but there's a quick single from Domi. There's a valiant throw there. Wayward throw. Gets 2 runs. Umpire signals leg by. It's very difficult for Shem Goche to get an LBW, especially with the line that he's right now bowling. For the Playmasters, they would be hoping to get at least a boundary, if not 2, in this over, because so far this has been a great over from Shem for the Harum Titans. Stepping down the track, hitting it straight. But the fielder Peter Koich would cut it, but it's only a single there. I think they still have 6 overs to go. So far they're looking poised. Even if they could get 2 overs of 15 each and one or 2 overs with 10 turn runs, they are looking poised to get 180 here on the board. This would be a good total to post for the team Playmasters. They want to go for the 2, but not the case. That's a throw miss. And that's a boundary here. These are 5 runs signaled by the umpire. 5 runs. And these are welcome runs, and I'm very, very sure the bowler Shem is going to be extremely upset. This was a great over from him in the context of this game. Bowling the 14th over. But they still managed to get about 8 runs comfortably in this over, courtesy of some overthrows. Earlier overthrow costed them an extra run, but this one went all the way to the boundary, giving away 5 additional runs. At the end of 14 overs, Team Playmasters are on 113 for 4. Pick of the bowlers so far has been Peter Koech, giving only 19 runs, bowling 3 overs and getting 2 wickets. Kush Vikaria coming in for his 3rd over. Dominic tries to hit it. A bit of a misfield there. It was hit hard, but Summer still managing to stop it. It's a dot ball from Kush Vikaria, meaning another tree planted. I'm sure the organizers are already counting the number of trees that they would be planting by now, with the dot balls being bowled in this tournament so far. Are they going for a single? No. Dipak Patel steaming in to get a single here, but sent back by Domi. Two dot balls again. 15th over running. It would be interesting to see how Domi plays it next. He tries for a big heave towards long on, but finds the fielder, but still gets off the strike and brings in Dipak Patel on strike. I have a feeling that they might just decide to cut loose this over. He's been trying to create room and hit, especially with Kush going away from the left-handers. they might want to target the cover region. This time it's coming in and kept low. In the context of this game, this has been a great over so far. 4 deliveries, only 1 run conceded. He's bowling the 15th over when batsmen are really looking to attack. That's the boundary. Steps down the track. Full toss delivery. Hits it towards fine leg region. But before the fielder could get onto it, it sails past the boundary for 1 bounce. In fact, 2 bounces to the boundary for 4 runs. Much needed 4 runs for Playmasters. Kosh comes to bowl the last ball of this over. Try a big heave. Umpire Pamba gives it. He was trying to attack towards the cow corner region. Misses it completely. Would be interesting to see the replay here. Shuffles down towards the middle stump. Hits him well on the pad. He was covering the stumps. He had shuffled towards his middle stump. And it was straight in the line of stumps. Umpire Pamba, very experienced, making no mistake. Raises the finger. And that's yet another wicket for Hariom. The big hitter, Harish Asani, walks in. He's been having a great tournament so far. He's been busy. He's been a busy player for the Playmasters. He's been very attacking, especially against the spinners. He's been relentless, unforgiving against the spinners. After the first game where he was not out, he managed to get a good 50 and followed it up with a great cameo. So his team would be hoping that he gets a move on, he gets some good shots past the boundary ropes. In the meanwhile, as the left arm spinner Summer comes back, Domi goes on the back foot, gets a single, gets past to the non-striker, brings Harish on strike. It would be interesting to see how Harish approaches. He likes to play his shots, doesn't hold on. This is a great delivery from Samar. Hits the deck, brings in his ace arm ball. He knows Harish is going to target the cow corner region. Quicker delivery, coming in, cleans him up. Not able. it was too quick for him, because this is really some great bowling from Summer. He has realized that he normally steps down the track and tries to heave it towards the cow corner. Brings in his arm ball, pushes it a little more, the length. Harish Asani not able to make a mark in this game, has to walk back for a golden duck. It'll be a long walk. This is not what the team playmasters would have expected him out of him. But Samar Gajjar spoiling the party for team playmasters. And that's the 6th wicket down for team playmasters. Now the team would be hoping that they are able to complete the 20 overs. White signal by the umpire. Those are 2 runs. Even if they were to go at run a ball, with almost 28 deliveries pending, they can still get to almost to 150 if they play out these overs. Because the captain Manish Kerai has given them a good base, a good foundation. So all they would need to do is to just continue playing the 20 overs and not losing too many wickets. But if they can even build a partnership between these two gentlemen here on the screen, they can still try to consolidate the last overs. There's an appeal here. Umpire gives it towards the third umpire. Third umpire comes into effect. A review here for run out. This even the fielders are surprised. They were not expecting this decision. And the umpires have made the decision. It is yet another wicket, and this is chaos. This is not what they would have expected. That's a good throw from Samar Gajjar. Direct hit. This is poor batting. This is something his coaches would not have been happy about. Definitely, he was a bit lazy there, not grounding the bat. He should have grounded it earlier. He would have been comfortably able to make it back. But unfortunately, since he has not grounded the bat, he has to walk back without disturbing the scorers. That's wicket number 7. Wicket number 7 gone for Playmasters. Not what they would have expected. After losing Dev Patel in the previous over, they would have not wanted, and already losing Harish Asani on the first delivery of this over. Another run out. Is not what they would have expected. Brings in Bhavesh Virsani onto the crease. He will be joining Dominic Vesonga. Tommy trying to do the right thing, getting those singles there. He knows it's important to keep the score ticking with those singles and doubles. This would still help them in their pursuit, because at this point they should be looking to play out these overs without losing more wickets. Good delivery here from Summer. He seems to be relentless. He seems to be attacking their stumps. A 119 for 6 after 15.2 overs. A big heave there from Kush Kerai. Sorry, there's a bit of a technical glitch here, ladies and gentlemen. The score is getting updated as we speak. That's Kush Kerai coming for his next over. This is hit straight down the ground, but good running between the wickets, getting 2 more runs to the total of Playmasters. These are important, vital runs for them. A no ball being signaled by the umpire. This is welcome. No ball for the team Playmasters. It's a first no ball of the innings and the first free hit. And team Playmasters would be expecting Dominic Wesonga to get a maximum or a boundary of this delivery. He hits it straight down the ground, but finds the extra cover fielder, not able to get the elevation nor the distance, but he still manages to get a single. DJ getting excited there. Unfortunately, it's not a fall of the wicket, DJ. It is a free hit. Kush Vikaria coming for his last over. A big heave from Bhavesh Varsani. Gets past the edge towards the third man. Still gets a single. Tries to hit it again towards the long off, gets a single. His teammates applauding him from the dugout. They know each of these singles are very, very important in the course of this game for them. With yet another 20 balls remaining, even if they could get 20 runs, they would consider themselves well placed at 150 runs. That's again a wild swing. I think they need to have a talk. I'm definitely sure the senior partner Dominic Wesonga is going to go up to Bhavesh and tell him he was looking to hit a boundary, but they need to avoid dot balls at this point in time. At least need to get a single, if not a boundary, every delivery. But Kush also bowling in very well, not giving any room. Has been very consistent in terms of the lengths he's bowling, keeping things very tight. And this is a penultimate delivery of his spell A very fruitful spell so far, giving only 26 runs and picking the wicket of Patel. A slight fumble, but no runs scored here. At the end of 17 overs, Playmasters are on 128 for the loss of 7 wickets.
Coming back to bowl the 18th over for Harum Titans, Samar Gupta.
योग अंदर 5 अंदर
The start of the 18th over. Samar Gujjar looking very impressive in his spell so far. Gets yet another wicket. Easy catch for Mahendra Shiani. Yet another wicket for Samar Gujjar. And this time it is the wicket of Dominic Vesonga. This is not what the Playmasters would have expected, because they would have wanted Domi to play through the remaining 3 overs. Now that's, and with that, Playmasters are on 128 for the loss of 8 wickets. Now the 150 that we were talking about looks tough. Looks very tough with just last 2 wickets and the experience of Samar Gujjar. It would be interesting to see how far the Playmasters batsmen can take them to. Brings in Harish Rabadia. That was again a faster, quicker delivery. He would have considered himself unlucky having missed the stumps, and this is acknowledged by the smile of Harish Rabadia himself. He was trying to hit the stumps again, misses the line slightly, swing towards the leg side. Ball deflects off the pads, gets a single. Brings Bhavesh back on strike. Goes for a slog sweep, catches the call, and that's yet another wicket. No celebration at all from Samar Gujjar. He seems to be absolutely cool getting the wicket. That was a regulation catch, and the fielder making no mistake. The 9th wicket down for Team Playmasters. They would have hoped, after a great start from the captain Manish Kirai, supported well by Shubham Chugh, and a little cameo from Shubham Jadhav, they seem to have losing wickets in continuous succession, which dented their chances of getting past 150, because at one point they looked well poised to get past 160 even, or even to 170. The batsman has not come in yet. The fielders are appealing to the umpires to look at the time. The batsman needs to be very careful about being given out on being given timeout, because he needs to be on the crease ready to face the ball in 90 seconds. But in the spirit of the game, there's no appeal from the Team Playmasters. And Vipin Bekaria comes on strike. Samar would be hoping to finish the things in this over. I have a strong feeling that he's changed his end. Exactly, he's changed his end. And he would come straight at the stumps on his first delivery. Exactly what he does. But equally good to the occasion. Defended well by Vipin Bekaria. A front foot defense, offering the full face of the bat. Again, just defends it. Front foot defense here. Dot ball. At the end of 18 overs, score is 129 for the loss of 9 wickets.
Nice, Gaji, good ball.
Samar Gajjar has been the pick of the bowler so far. What an excellent spell from him. 4 overs, 15 runs and getting 4 wickets for his team Harum Titans. Harum Titans have already won 2 out of the 3 games. And if they could win this, they would be definitely moving to position number 2, just behind Mahadev Strikers. Tomorrow, Nairobi Capitals will be in action against Mahadev Strikers. That would be a great game of cricket tomorrow. Both teams have been very good in terms of displaying some good cricket. Mahadev Strikers winning all their 3 games. Nairobi Capitals missed out on a game against the Harum Titans. In fact, Playmasters by just 2 runs, chasing 209 runs. But it would be a great clash tomorrow. Clash of the Titans, I must say. Mahadev Strikers and the Nairobi Capitals. The most impressive team so far in this tournament. Yukerai coming for his 3rd over. Batsman places it towards the mid wicket. Gets a single, 2 singles, pushes them to 131. They would be quite disappointed, as I mentioned earlier, after getting a very good start, a very solid foundation led by the captain Manish Kerai himself. Clean ball, trying to go on the back foot. It was straight at the stumps, and that's the end of the first innings. Playmasters finishing at 131. And we will be back, ladies and gentlemen, shortly with the chase.
Harum Titans require 132 runs to win in 20 overs. We were waiting for you looking there with us. Direct on the
It will settle as the game goes.
Apex Steel and Apex Piping. Bronze sponsors, Promotional and Midway Kenya Limited. Fuel partners, Silver Star Manufacturers Limited and Harum Titans. Man of the Match Award partner, Junta Blocks Limited. Highest Success Award partner, Sejan and Creative Limited. Most Duck Bowls Award partners, MK Builders, Kapil Timber, Alpha Aluminium and VDC Auto Parts. Ball, SCLPS, will be planting a tree. Radio broadcast partner, East FM. Before we begin, can we make some noise for Playmasters?
Right, next one, please.
Kidogo kwako. Sana.
One more time, Playmasters.
Kasa.
Can we make some noise for Harum Titans? One more time, Harum Titans.
Madam, over.
Let's play. Harum Titans require 132 runs to win in 20 overs.
बैटिंग करवा दो लेग स्टॉप दा
Attach towards you. That's it.
थैंक यू हैं ना ना क्या वो तो सॉरी ना तो क्या हुआ
Shubham Patel and Kalyan opening the innings. Shubham continues from his previous game. Flicks it towards the fine leg, between the fine leg and the square leg for 4 runs. We have a number 18 in Indian team. We have a number 18 in the Hariom Titans.
Opening batsman for Harum Titans, Shubham Patel and Narendra Patel.
On the pads of Shubham Patel, straight away Narendra Kalyan calling for a single. So good rotation of strikes so far. 6 runs of the first 3 balls. With a welcome boundary for Shubham Patel.
I welcome the dashing commentator into the box, Mr. Raj. He has been busy, he's been away from the comb box, but the comb box cannot deny him, or we can't be, the crowd cannot be denied of some great action. I've really enjoyed commenting with him that game. It was Mahadev Strikers versus the Dovu Crushers, and that was a great game. So Raj, I think Team Playmasters would be disappointed because they had a great start from the captain Manish Kirai. They were looking poised to get 150 runs on the board easily at one point in time, but then a flurry of wickets, I would say courtesy some good bowling from Samar Gajjar and also some bad shot selection costed them 131 runs.
For sure, Prasad, first of all, thank you so much for having me here again. Definitely they are short of at least another 30 runs, I presume. They left out 2 overs, and as you said, in between the innings, a bit of sloppy batting there from the Playmasters. trying to play very unusual shots. The calling between the wickets was not that great, considering they had got 2 run-outs. So that has impacted the total for the play masters. Otherwise, for now, maybe the Harum Titans would be chasing a total of 160.
And this wicket wouldn't be very easy to chase. Yes, it might get an extra bounce at the early part, but we've seen that when anyone gets more than 160 on this track, I think this is not a great track where you can chase down 170, 180. I believe this is different from the track where we saw that the game against NAIROBI Capitals versus the Play Masters, where they almost chased down 209 runs.
Definitely a different wicket here, a bit much drier. So that is what is impacting in terms of the bowling. It's supporting the bowlers as well. And it's a wicket that we can say it's not hard to bat on, but it is something that if a batsman stays there in the wicket for a longer period of time, I feel it becomes easier for them to bat on a wicket like this. It is a wicket that also benefits the batsman, but it is those first few overs that you need to take in your time. I feel Manish getting out on the 13th over or 14th over was too early, because he was there on the wicket. He knew how the wicket was playing. Until the ball he got out, I felt that he selected his shots quite well. He selected the bad balls and made sure that he converted them into boundaries. I felt that particular shot wasn't a shot to be played. Yes, it was a bouncer, a shorter pitch delivery from Peter Koech. Not really a ball that he would have cleared it out, because it was straight towards him and at a height of just his chest. So at times it becomes very difficult to play such a shot.
No, that's true, I agree. But what happens is you also have to feel for Manish Kerai, because he played a very good knock. It was a valiant knock from him. But unfortunately, he was not supported well by the rest of the team. In fact, Shubham Chah got a good start, couldn't capitalize. Then we had Shubham Jadhav, who got a good start, couldn't capitalize. Day Patel looked good today, but they've all eventually perished for less than 15 runs. Whereas one of them getting another 15 to 20 runs could have actually made a big difference in them scoring 150 runs.
It's up in the air. The captain Manish under the ball safely takes in, and that's the first breakthrough for the Play Masters, picking up the wicket of Narendra Kalyan. He was trying to go over the infield. As you mentioned, the extra bit of bounce there is what made this shot become a skyer.
And I think it's head position also. If you look at the replay, his head was high. He was already, his head was quite up. Not giving him, here you go, there's a replay here. He played it with his head held high. As a result, he was not able to get the distance nor the elevation. Ended up giving a skyer, and Manish making no mistake about it.
Such catches we've seen go down. They
Yes.
do look easy, but to tell you, the skies when they come down, they're not that easy. As you said, you mentioned, I think Narendra couldn't get under the ball as he wanted to, and maybe those are the reasons that on a wicket like this, yes, it becomes very difficult to play such a shot. We would say if it was the previous wicket, that would have even flown out of the park.
And it would be interesting to see if the wicket is all the holding up. I mean, I wouldn't want to judge it by this one delivery, but as we progress, if it is holding up a bit, it would be a great sign for the fast bowlers also.
Definitely. During the innings break, I even had a word with Dominic Vasonga, and he was even mentioning to his team players that the wicket is still holding. So even after the second innings, yes, it has got a light roller on it during the innings break, but there will be those spots or let's say patches where you find the ball do something uneven. It might bounce or it might even stay low. So right now the bowlers need to look for those areas, try and bowl to those areas, because the area is almost just around the good length, a bit shorter of the good length, but it's an area where you can play. And one more thing about that is, yes, if you're not a genuine swing bowler or a pace bowler in terms of speed, then that shot would become very easy for the batsman to play, because it's just short of the 3/4. And if a batsman is really good in terms of his timings, he'll rock back and play it over the on-field.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a very good observation. Now is a length delivery to Shubham Patel, and he deposits towards the cow corner for the first 6 from the bat of Shubham Patel. He looks good. He had a great innings when they chased down 100, almost 150 runs. Also 100 and more than 170, almost 175 runs in 14.5 overs. Was it against the Purple Caps?
Yes, so they chased down 173 runs in just 14.1 overs.
So that was courtesy Shubham Patel. He scored almost 77 or close to 80 runs. And that was a great innings against the Pelora Dragons. That was some great hitting from Shubham Patel, and he carries on from where he left it in the previous game. He seems to have already hit a boundary and a good 6. And anything short of length, he would be immediately able to pounce on it. And for him being a left-hander, Vipin is going to come in. I think this is slightly going away. Room offered, he picked it outside the off stump and hit it straight towards, or in fact past the cow corner for a first 6 of Harum Titans.
Shubham Patel, see, he's playing during the power play as an opener. And for such a ball, I can say you can't set a field there. It's the reason because the ball has been bowled to an area where you don't have a field. You're trying to protect your offside. Just like this particular delivery, you can see he's got 3 offside players protecting the boundary on the offside.
And this is where Vipin has to be careful. This was the length. The last delivery, he was right on the money. He needs to make Shubham play on the up, which we did not see, and we also don't see a slip in place. I mean, this is something that surprised me yesterday as well. When you are actually not defending a big total, you need to attack, because I mean, more often than not, you are not really going to win by containing them. The only way you're going to win is by getting those 10 wickets. So as a captain, as a bowling unit, you should always be looking to get those wickets. And this is very, very important. So to have that, you need to have an attacking field, which I felt even was slightly missing even in the game yesterday, when I believe it was a Purple Cap. They were totally out of sorts. They looked like they had already given up. Their body language was quite down, and eventually it was Pelora Dragons who prevailed, scoring almost in 12.4 overs.
And even if you look at the body language of the Playmasters today, I feel that they're not a bit confident today. With what they played in the previous game against the NAIROBI Capital, scoring the 200, I feel they came with that enthusiasm today. But when they lost the first wicket of Pankaj in a maiden wicket over by Peter Quach, the entire morale of the whole team went down. For them, it was like, oh, Pankaj in the previous game gave us a good start. Today, we don't have a start. Are we going to convert those runs?
But this is where Manish stepped up, the captain stepped up and had a good innings. I feel they lost the game after the 12 or 13 overs. Till then, they were on course to at least get 150, 160, which on this wicket would have looked similar to 190. Because of the help that the fast bowlers are going to get, spinners are going to grip it. So it would have been interesting had they scored anything past 150. But right now, with 130 runs on the board, it would be very difficult for them to put pressure on the Harum Titans if they are not able to get those early wickets.
And to put that pressure, as you said, that they need to put an attacking field to it. When you have a low total, you're trying to look at a defensive field, but then you leave up areas open for the batsmen to play their easy shots, take the singles and the doubles here and there. You see, when a team is chasing a low total, they're also conscious of not trying to look for boundaries and trying to rotate the strike and take the innings much longer than even as expected to a high total game. If you look at the high total games, the batsmen, the second team who's chasing down the total, are going there like fearless, and from ball one, this just kick out. If we talk about the Nairobi Capitals, that's how they started. We talk about the Dovuk Rushers as well. That's how they started. We even talk about the Harum Titans the previous day.
That's a big wicket here. This is Hiren Kerai. Hiren Kerai, the wicket-keeper batsman. Very experienced. To get him early, this is good bowling. He's been bowling outside the off stump. He bowled about 3 of them outside the off stump, angling away from the right-handed batsman. And this time, the bowler up to the mark, seeing the batsman shuffling towards outside the off stump, hitting the deck, cramping him for room, and Hiren decided to go ahead with the shot, only to find Harish Asani, who makes no mistakes and takes an easy catch.
And this is what I was talking about in terms of the area that you need to bowl. If you look at this ball, it had hurried to Hiren. He wasn't expecting that to happen, but that is the wicket. That's the area that is supporting the bowlers. It's giving the bowlers that area where the ball shoots and skids slightly a bit, and with that bounce that Kush is getting. Yes, Kush generally a much quicker bowler than rest of the team players, and you see that is where it's making a difference. Hiren was trying to go over, but the ball hurried to him. It almost hit the upper part of the bat, and that's when he couldn't clear, and we could see an easy catch there by Harish Asani.
Yeah, and that in the context of the game would definitely lift the morale of Team Playmasters if they can get one more wicket here. This is a crucial partnership, 2 of the most set batsmen for Team Harum Titans. If they can get one of the wicket here, it would be interesting, but not the best of delivery to start against an experienced Samar Gajjar. He's already having a great match. He's took 4 wickets and giving only 15 runs in his 4 overs. And here he starts off also with a boundary. Looks like the number 4 has been with him throughout the day.
It looks like. And he's also been, in terms of the leading run scorer, at position number 4. So even that is now going to give the morale and the boost. So this is the wicket that the Playmasters should look for. Try and ensure that they get this wicket or this partnership broken.
That's a quick run between the wickets. They sensed a little bit of a fumble there unexpectedly from Shubham Shah. He's a great fielder down there. And this is good cricket. Immediately they realize that there's a chance for a single, and both of them quick to run between the wickets and convert that. At the end of 3 overs, the score moves to 24 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
Looking at the Harum Titans lineup, I see brilliant names still to come. We have Shem Goche, we have the captain himself, Niraj Patel, we have Satish Hirani, we've got Peter Koech, who can be part of the batting as well. We've got Vishal Bojani, who's in there. So the depth, I feel today I can see the squad of the Harum Titans. They've increased their batting depth.
That's true. But it would be interesting to see how especially Peter Koech and Shem Goche plays here, because this is under lights. This is their first game. They're coming. So much would, as far as the Playmasters dugout is concerned, they would be happy if they could get a couple of wickets here, especially if they can see off Samar and Shubham. There would be a lot of pressure, and you'll see a totally different team and a different body language on the field.
That's right, exactly. And you see, even these names that we've mentioned, they're playing their first game for the Harum Titans in likes of Shem and Peter Koech. So 2 wickets in quick successions right now will push the pressure to them as well. They come in for their first game and they've been put everything, the whole weight will become on their shoulders. So we need to see how they can tackle that.
And also they're playing under lights. Most of them are not used to playing under the lights because we play a lot of morning cricket here in Nairobi. Very seldom do we play night cricket, so it wouldn't be easy for a batsman also to come forward and then make the adjustments. Because if you look at the scores as well, it is only after the 4th, 5th game that we started scores really coming up. Batsmen got used to the pace of the wicket. They got used to the bounce of the wicket, and some wickets started getting predictable. Although you've been doing a great job in terms of shuffling the wickets, but what I'm trying to imply here is at least as the game progressed is when they also started scoring runs. So at this point in time, from my view, it would be difficult for a new batsman to just come in and start playing through in this sort of a wicket here. So the key would be these two for Team Harum Titans, and of course the likes of Vishal Bojani to come, because Vishal also has had a couple of good knocks for the Harum Titans. But for those who have come in new, I feel it would be, could get a little challenging, especially if they lose quick 2 wickets here.
We can see there with this variation in pace right now from Vipin Vekaria. Shubham Patel has been beaten twice outside the off cordon, and this is what you said about Vipin. The previous over he bowled, the last ball was right on money, and he's come back with the same line. If you would see the first 3 balls played by Summer, he was moving in, trying to reduce the swing. What a shot that is from Shubham. This time around, waiting on the crease, making sure he gets the time. He can see the ball swing and plays as soon as the ball has swung. What a shot that is, just on the bounce.
Absolutely, this is more of a half volley for him, going away, and he just leans onto it, drives it between the extra covers and the mid-off fielder, all the way to the boundary for 4. So Shubham looking dangerous here, continuing from a great outing that he had in the previous game, punishing anything that is pitched up, full length deliveries, half volleys, given a chance. He is quick to latch on to any opportunity to get a boundary. Now this will be interesting. Domi, a very experienced campaigner, has been in the domestic circuit for a very long time, plays for the Nairobi Gymkhana team in the domestic cricket, and he's a very experienced bowler. So the team Playmasters would be banking on him to get at least a dismissal, if not 2, so that they are able to put more pressure on the Harum Titans.
We know about Shubham Patel. He's been playing the local league. He knows how Dominic is. It becomes a bit difficult for Summer at this moment. A new bowler who just comes in, he's not sure of how he's going to bowl, and Dominic is one player who doesn't give pace on the ball at all. He's got multiple variations with the same swinging arm. He comes in with the same speed of arm rotation. He can bowl you a slower one and disguise you so perfectly that we need to see in the long run how is Dominic going to impact the Playmasters as well.
Yeah, this is why they have actually got him on very early. He really confuses, deceives the batsman with his field positions. He gets into the batsman's brains, making him predict something, but he does something else completely on the opposite. It would be interesting to see. But this time round, a full delivery outside the off stump, room offered to Shubham Patel, and he looks in sublime form. He will not be missing any of this opportunity, as I told you earlier. Puts it between the fielder at point and the covers, and then the moment it had gone past them, it had 4 runs written all over it.
Brilliant running there between the wickets from Samar and Shubham. As soon as they get a boundary, I see that the next ball is direct rotation of strike.
So it's an interesting field here for the left-handed batsmen. They've got a backward point, slightly towards the backward side. Then we have got a third man in the circle. They've got a cover fielder there. Hit straight to the fielder, but gets a run there. There's an extra cover there, deep extra cover. There's a sweeper down there. And then they have a long off and mid on inside the circle. So he is going to hit off stem or outside the off stem. The line seems to be quite predictable as a batsman. But this is where Domi can get the best of you in terms of bringing it one right in. As I said, he brings it right in, but just swaying away towards the leg side. Shubham guides it.
If you can see from the replay, Shubham waited for this ball. And it was down the leg side, drifting on the leg side. The only thing Shubham had to do is get a bit of timber on it and look at the wrist work from Shubham.
And also if you see, he's holding it, the way he's holding the bat, he's holding it right up there. I mean, he's got a holding towards the top part of the bat, allowing him to get that extra bit of extension and just allowing it to guide towards the fine leg. Brilliant shot. Shubham being Shubham dispatches it towards the boundary for 4 runs. Not a great over, not a great start from Dominic Vesonga. Hit for 15 runs. And it is Shubham Patel again playing a great knock. He's already on 30 from just 15 deliveries. Going at 200 strike rate.
And just to let you know that Shubham Patel during the auctions was an easy pick for the Harum Titans, just on his base price. So looking at how Shubham has played and with the value that he came in for the team, it has been a great impact. And I believe in the coming future, when another tournament happens like this, or such a like this tournament that comes in, Shubham is going to bang the tables.
Absolutely. This was a great bargain for Harum Titans. A player like Shubham can always be a very handy customer when it comes to T20s. He's got a very aggressive strike rate. He likes to hit the ball hard, and of course some great sweet timing. Plus the fact that he was actually bought for a base price adds no pressure at all to him, allows him to freely play his innings. But as you rightly said, next time this tournament comes in, he's definitely going to be very good contender for a high bid.
Straight down the ground, upish drive. It's a catch put down. That was the wicket of none other than the Superman Samar.
This could hurt them. This was a regulation catch. The bowler really would have expected the fielder to support him. This was an easy regulation catch, and look at the expression. He is clearly upset. This was the big wicket that they were looking for. This was the dismissal that could have changed the course of the game. Unfortunately, not to be the case. Now he goes for another wild swing here. A good contest here happening between Vipin and Samar.
I think Vipin is bowling at his areas, making sure he's not giving any room to the batsman, and that is what is now putting Samar into the back foot. He's trying to play aggressive there, trying to go after Vipin, and you can see 3 balls has been beaten, 1 of the balls has been dropped. This time around, getting the outside edge of it, running down to the third man, has been stopped there by Kush. So just a single. Oh, they've taken 2 runs there.
Agony for the bowler. You're a bowler, Raj. And how would you sum it up, the feeling that Vipin must be going through right now?
it's definitely, as you said, agony for bowlers, but it's something that you wouldn't want to show it because you're playing as a team, and that could affect your own role for the entire of the remaining of the innings, and also impact on the fielder who was involved on such an occasion, that for the remaining of the tournament as well, or even for the remaining of the innings, it becomes like a downset for them, and that is what overcomes you. So you need to make sure, yes, it happens, it's part of the game. You might be in his place some other time. So going up and over, but Shubham Chugg doing the hard work, making the running, and only allowing 2 runs. So 3 overs for Vipin, 18 for 1 so far. 6 overs, end of the power play. Harum Titans.
He bowls. He's got 2 left-handed batsmen against him. He still bowled it very well, angling it away from them, bringing the odd one inside, not allowing them to free their arms. And all they would have expected for the way Vipin has been bowling, it's a pity that he was not able to get his second wicket. And that would have been, as you rightly said, of the Superman himself, Samar Gajjar.
One thing that happens when you drop down a catch is you're allowing the batsman a second chance. And normally what you would see with the batsmen who get a second chance, they will rightfully go for you. They'll not wait any moment, because for them, they felt they're already out for once. So the second inning...
Pavesh, the man who unfortunately dropped, Samar Gajjar is now coming into bowl. He would be looking forward to send him back to see the return of Samar back to pavilion. It's a good move because 2 left-handed batsmen here, off spinner coming.
Oh yes!
Great ball to start there with, not giving much of the room. But do remember that off spinner coming in for left-handed, Samar has a brilliant slog sweep, and that will come in handy when you have Bhavesh coming, walks down the wicket, placing straight, using the bottom arm just for a single.
More like a whip. He whips it towards the long on fielder, brings in Shubham Patel. Even if they could get either of them, any of them, it would be a good bargain for team Playmasters at this point in time.
Exactly, rightfully said. Any wicket at this moment is going to increase the winning chances for the Playmasters. So they'll try their efforts. Yes, a catch has been put down. Let's have another one go up in there, and this time around would be grabbed.
Absolutely. It's for the bowlers to create maximum amount of chances. Let's see how many chances can they create for Team Playmasters. There you go. There you go. There's a wicket there. There's an appeal here. It's been referred to third umpire. If they could get this, they would consider themselves very lucky. The man who dropped him just the previous over comes back and gets him. This would be a great retribution.
So the umpires had referred the decision, and with the referral you can see from the review Pankaj Sangani doing
good glove work
of what he does always. That's it. The bells have been lodged. After that is when the bat is getting grounded.
So this is good retribution, Raj, from the same man who dropped him in the previous over, coming back and getting the wicket. But this is also a good move from the captain Manish Kerai. Sensing there are two left-handed batsmen, he went to an off-spinner, which was his best chance of getting a wicket here, and Bhavesh Varsani does it for him, breaking the partnership which was brewing between Samar Gajjar and Shubham Patel.
If you even see the way that Samar got out, this particular ball spun more than the usual and also kept a bit lower. And Samar had charged down the ground, the wicket, and that is where he lost the shape. The ball just passing the outside edge of the bat, and Pankaj doing what he does best.
Also, he was with a little bit of extra bounce there, because you see, coming from school end, you always get a little bit of fancy little bounce, even for the spinners. That might have just deceived him. But I think this is some good piece of bowling from Bhavesh as well. Brings in the captain, Neeraj Patel.
Neeraj Patel is one player who likes to spend time in the wicket. He'll take his much time, try and rotate the strike in the beginning of his innings, and whenever you give him a bad ball later in the stage, he'll make sure that he converts it. Straight away off the mark, a ball that has been bowled outside the off, giving the room, allowing Neeraj to free his arms, take the single, give the strike back to the left-handed Shubham Patel, who's playing brilliantly on 33 runs of just 17.
They would be happy to bowl to a left-handed batsman, Bhavesh. Goes on the back foot, punches it towards the cover fielder before Shubham could come and collect the ball. That's a 1 run being stolen by the batsman, and that brings us to the end of 7 overs. Eventful over from Bhavesh Varsani, getting where we saw the return of Samar Gajjar, and the score moves to 53 for the loss of 3 wickets. As you rightly mentioned, Raj, they have a deep batting lineup. Shamangoche to come, Peter Koech, Vishal Bojani, Mahendra Shiani, Satish Irani. That's a very, very deep batting lineup.
A lineup that you can see a batsman like Satish Irani, who normally even opens for his local NPCA team, is still put down the order.
This is something that have always surprised me and arousing a lot of curiosity, because personally I'm also a top order batsman, so I always feel that how do you approach the game when you are asked to come number 7, number 8? That's a great delivery.
Just getting the inside edge, passing the wicket-keeper Pankaj. Yes, it is a boundary. It is 4 runs.
So it looks like an inside edge there.
Yes, it is, definitely. If you look there we go. How does that miss the wicket? It's the extra bounce that you're talking about that made
This
the
is
ball.
Vipin again, Vipin Vikaria.
Vipin Vikaria once again.
Vipin has been really troubling the batsman. He's been the pick of the fast bowler so far, and he seems to be totally disappointed. Yes, chances have unfortunately not gone his way. Otherwise, he would be now looking at least 3 wickets. But this is certainly good captaincy from Manish Kerai. He realizes that there is a new batsman, and he wants to bring his strike bowler, who has been the pick of the bowler so far in terms of the medium paces, which is Vipin Vikaria. He would still be attacking if they could get Shubham Patel in this over. This could look like a totally different game at this point in time.
So as you mentioned, that a score of 150 on this wicket would turn into a score like 190 on any other wicket. Right now, looking at the wickets that they've picked already, 3 wickets for 58 runs. With the new batsman in, yes, they have Shubham Patel, but then when you said picking up the wicket of Shubham Patel, it is going to change this scenario and bring in like the score of 130 becoming a score of 160.
Absolutely, Raj. And this is why Manish Kera have actually brought in his best bowler. He's actually given the ball to his best bowler so far in this game. And if he can get another wicket, they would consider themselves as a brilliant move. Up to the mark. And Neeraj Patel showing a lot of defiance. He knows he looks like he wants to play through. He wants to be the man who would be taking his team to that total. And he looks like he is determined to play a long innings.
As I mentioned before, that Neeraj likes to spend the time earlier in the wicket, understand how the wicket plays. Whether you give him a flat wicket, whether you give him a very slopey wicket, Neeraj is going to take his time. And you can see for this particular over, Vipin has been on the money, right on the money. All the deliveries, if we had the hotspots, you could see that they were all hitting the wicket. All his deliveries have been right on the mark, on the line of the wickets. So he's like asking the batsman, you try and hit me, you miss me, I hit the wickets.
Absolutely, and this also shows what a brilliant spell it has been. 4 overs, 13 dot balls, 24 runs for getting 1 wicket. He could have had maybe couple more if the fielders would have supported him. A straightforward regulation catch dropped by Pavesh Varsani, unfortunately, and an inside edge in the previous over of Shubham Patel. He's troubled the lefty batsman, both of them.
If you look at Vipin, a left-arm bowler, his action is almost like Malinga, comes quite a bit from far, like a slinger. And then he's bowling to you round the wicket. So that angle, and you are a left-handed batsman, you don't get the room. You don't get the room to play, and it doesn't allow you to even open up. Because if you try and open up more, you'll be beaten up. Because you'll open up your full chest, and the ball moves away. You can get an inside edge. You get an inside edge, you hit your wickets, or you get an outside edge, carried to the keeper.
Okay. Well done, Ares.
Run seems to have been little difficult to score right now. They are not being freely scored. Even Shubham Patel. I think breaks have been put on Shubham Patel scoring as well. I just have a feeling because he's been scoring very freely, and now I feel he might try to cut loose. And if he does, this would be good signs for Bhavesh, because he would also want Shubham to attack him rather than make him for those singles, because this is where he would be looking forward to create some chances.
Prasad, do you feel when you have a left-handed batsman with an off-spinner, even at this moment, I feel they should still bring an attacking fielder, try and get the slip in, let the outside edge be part of your fielding attack?
I agree 100%, especially considering the fact that now they've already got a wicket in the previous over, and there's a bit of the wickets keeping a little low, it's skidding, so it would be quite advisable for them to have a slip in place as a captain. He goes for this. We have seen this happening quite a bit even in the previous game. Now coming towards his leg. This is not where he would have expected to bowl, but a change of delivery. But they still get 2 runs. 2 good quick running between the wickets by Shubham and Neeraj. Good running. Pushes Shubham to 41. He's approaching yet another 50.
there's one thing I'm really shocked about. On the background, I just saw Day Patel. I just forgot about Day Patel being part of the Play Masters. And I'm really shocked that Day Patel, being the genuine spinner, is coming later and Bhavesh has been brought in.
I feel this has to do more with the fact that there were two left-hand batsmen until the previous over where they got Summer out, because Shubham and DA knows each other for a long time, and there's high chance that Shubham might go after DA Patel, and this would have played in the mind of Manish Kerai. Having seen last game when they played, he went after Raj Patel, so this could be something that would have been in the mind of Manish Kerai. But as you rightly said, if I was him, we should have tried to attack. I would have tried to attack him, because on a good day, any batsman can get out, and not every day you might go after a good left arm spinner, because last game DA bowled brilliantly well. But I think from the look of things, there could be a high possibility that he would bring in DA very soon, because Vipin has finished his spell, and it wouldn't surprise me if he brings DA from this end. Or now he's bringing in Shubham Chugg. I'm a little surprised like you are at this decision, because you have two off spinners bowling in tandem. Yes, you want to get Shubham Patel, but you also have to understand you are in a better position to attack Neeraj more, because Neeraj is still new in the crease.
Shubham Chugg being brought in to the attack, he likes bowling the wrong ones as well. So I think that is why Manish has given the ball to Shubham Chugg, asking him, yes, you're bowling to the left-hander. When you come to the right-hander, bowl your stroke balls of off-spin. When you come for the left-hander, bowl your wrong ones. Let him try and play you against the spin. Let's see what turns out.
Absolutely. As far as Shubham's bowling skills are concerned, or bowling capabilities are concerned, there's no two ways about it. But the question is, at this point in time, would it be more feasible for you, or would it be more beneficial for you as a bowling unit to have two off spinners in tandem, or would you want to still surprise the batsman having a different combination of off spinner and a left arm spinner? This is much like a righty lefty batsman.
If I would be there, look at that for a shot right away, and the money. It's a 6-4. Shubham Patel. Shubham Chugg been brought into the attack. Starts with a shorter delivery. Yes, he was trying to the wrong one, but you can see that Shubham Patel rocking back.
And not the greatest of deliveries that he should be starting. He bowls a length delivery, slightly short in length, into Shubham Patel, and he makes no mistake. He just rocks onto his back foot. Now he rocks onto his back foot, but this time it was a stock delivery. There's a fielder down there, Shubham Jadhav.
I feel that Manish would still have brought Day Patel. You would see the previous 3 overs, Shubham Patel had slowed down. Neeraj is just in new to the crease. Bring your left arm spinner. Bring your genuine. There is a genuine spinner. Anytime, I would say at the first change, I would bring Day in. Maybe they have different plans, yes. It's something what they're even trying to work out on this particular day, so they can see in the coming games if they can have such an opportunity.
Two off spinners. Okay, Shubham is more like a slow bowler. He can bowl off spin, he bowls the odd leg spin, but it would be interesting to see. In the air, hit between the two fielders. Vipin running after it. Still couldn't stop the batsman from getting 2 runs. This is already an expensive over. 9 runs with 2 more deliveries to go.
This time around much better, but very sloppy fielding there from Harish Asani. He sat down much earlier before the ball even reached to him.
I think a bit of extra bounce also surprised him. I think he anticipated it to come a little more faster, and that because of that he went towards the ball, went down on his knees a tad early, resulting in a little bit of a misfield here. Shubham on 49 from 27 deliveries. Hits it, and that's with that single, brings in his 50. That's 50 runs for Shubham Patel. 28 deliveries it took him. This is another good 50 from Shubham Patel, and his team applauding. A great knock from their opening batsman.
So back-to-back 50s for Shubham Patel. What an innings he's played so far. He's been the anchor of this game. And I feel the Harum Titans, if they're going to win this game, it is because of the man you see on the screen, Shubham Patel.
He's been playing a brilliant knock so far. He's been leading his team on this chase. So the move there to bring in Shubham Chak proving a little expensive, costing 11 runs over after being kept quiet for some time. So now if you look at it, they already are at a current run rate of 7.5 runs per over, needing 5.7 runs. So you're not going to be putting pressure on them by containing. You need to get wickets. And I'm sure this is what the coaches are also going to tell them, and the team management is going to advise them during the strategic timeout. And most likely you might see a left arm spinner coming from either of the ends post the strategic timeout.
So I think they'll continue with Bhavesh from one end, and the end where Shubham Chak came in, give the ball to the left arm spinner there and let him see what they can do for him. At least they, with his bowling, definitely picking 1 or 2 wickets, putting the pressure back to the Harum Titans.
Absolutely, and this is definitely what they would have discussed during the short strategic timeout that they've had.
So at this very stage, the Playmasters were at 79 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. And the Harum Titans are 75 runs for the loss of 3.
So the run rate worm almost showing similar scenarios. In fact, the Playmasters had lost 1 wicket less, because this was a time when there was a partnership which is going on between Manish Kerai and, I believe, was it Shubham Shah or?
Well done, Bao. Come on, Manish. Manish.
At that time, I think Manish Kerai was in touch with Shubham Jadhav.
Shubham Jadhav, yes.
Yeah. So once again, a bit of fumble there from the fielder, allowing the single, bringing the right-handed batsman to play this off-spin of Bhavesh.
If they could get couple of more wickets, and Raj, I feel that this game is going to go to the wire.
Getting that inside edge, just missing the wickets there. Neeraj trying to force the shot to the offside. Maybe he would have just flicked it on the leg side, take a single, let Shubham do the hitting.
So, I feel in the context of a T20 game, overs between the 10th and 15th are the most crucial overs, where you might see the game drifting towards one of the teams. That's some sloppy fielding there from Playmasters. This is not expected out of them at this juncture. The bowler would be extremely disappointed. Dominic, the fielder, it passes through his hands and goes all the way for 4 runs.
Dominic is a very fine fielder, but as you said, even Dominic is playing his first game under the lights. All of a sudden, definitely is going to impact there. So it's a bit difficult to field under the lights, even trying to get the catches. So it is for the batsmen to play as well. For their few batsmen, you find that the lights do distract them. Flighted delivery there to Neeraj. This time around, playing with the merit. straighter ball to the wicket, playing it on the onside, only for a single there.
Neeraj is trying to get more aggressive in terms of his innings, because so far he's been playing a quiet innings. There's a big appeal there. Shubham Patel going for a reverse sweep. It would be interesting to see the replay here.
You can see Bhavesh not getting the turn there. So pitch is around the leg, middle and leg. Definitely leaving. Definitely
Going down leg.
leg.
Going down leg, and Pamba is a very experienced umpire. So immediately comes back and awards it. Not out. Shubham rocks onto his back foot, hits it straight to Manish Kerai. This time he collects it well and restricts them to not get any single. Now this is the end of 11th over. 81 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. If you can also get on the sideline maybe 2 or 3 quick overs with 3 or 4 runs, you might just see the run rate worm creeping up. But with Shubham Patel being there, I don't think they're going to have any pressure at all. And knowing that they've got the likes of Shem, Vishal, Koech and the rest to come in, I don't think there will be any pressure of run rate on team Harum Titans. The only way that the team Playmasters can put pressure is by getting more wickets. We don't see a change in the bowling. It's Shubham Chak to continue. This could be an interesting move here. He's already gone for 11 runs in the first over, but the captain deciding to keep him on.
Great way to begin the over for the Harum Titans. Neeraj Patel picking up the single, taking the strike back to Shubham Patel. He's playing in 51 of just 31 deliveries. That will allow, we see how Shubham Chak now bowls to Shubham Patel.
It will be interesting to see.
Catch it!
Goes for the slog sweep. Gets past the fielder. That would be 6 runs more for Shubham Patel. It's Shubham versus Shubham. And this is Shubham Patel who will be prevailing. And he wants to finish off in a hurry right now. And this is not the greatest of line that you should be bowling to Shubham Patel. Because even if you see when Vipin was bowling, he was trying to angle it away from Shubham Patel. Now you are going into him, allowing him to go down on his knees and go play you for a slog sweep.
And the good thing I see here about Shubham Patel is he's taking his chances. What a guru shot that is. Rocking down on the back foot, playing a covered cut shot, a ledge cut, passing the point fielder, picks up a 2 runs again there.
And it's also he's coming from the botanical end, and that's a shorter side there. So it's very easy for Shubham to go for a slog sweep because it's a shorter boundary. So he would easily be looking to target that area. So it is not a great idea to go into Shubham Patel. This time he was lucky enough to have missed it. Otherwise Shubham was looking forward to belt it to the boundary. If, I'm telling you, if you go down his middle and leg, you will see him going down to sweep it. So it will be best for Shubham Chak to attack his off stump and outside the off stump. But again, I'm a little surprised that he's not trying to have a slip in place. See, he's trying to attack the same thing. He's coming in and Shubham wants to sweep him. He will not stop. He is going to take his chances, but he gets a single, gets to the other side. This over also has been expensive again. 10 runs already with 1 more delivery yet to be bowled.
What's that?
So what I've seen so far for Shubham Chak is when you see the right-handed batsman coming in, he's bowling into the right-hander, and he's doing the same thing to the left-hander. He's bowling in. Rather, he's supposed to bowl out to the right-hander and also out to the left-handed batsman. Right now, he's giving them the shorts to play in their areas. That is where I feel Shubham getting a bit. One more single there, 12 runs off the over. It's an over where you can say they've scored for 2 runs, 2 overs.
Look, hypothetically, we can always also say that maybe even if they would have brought in a left-arm spinner, he could have still gone for runs. Possible. Because the way Shubham Patel is playing, he must have attacked, he might look to attack the left-arm spinner more than the right-arm spinner. But still, as you rightly said, if you have a genuine spinner playing for you, you are better off giving him an opportunity. Give him an over. If he goes for runs, you can always change him. But without even bringing your ace spinner in, especially in a game that's just been dominated, if you look at this game, the highest wicket taker, even for Harum Titans, was Samar Gajjar, another left-arm spinner. And if you look at how he was bowling it in. He was bringing it in. Most of the wickets that he got was of arm ball.
And that is what even Patel likes doing. He's a genuine arm bowler as well.
He's got a very good arm ball, and plus the fact that he's also tall, just similar to Samar Gajjar, gets a bit of an extra bounce from the surface as well. But I'm a little surprised here at the Combox, looking at the tactics of Captain Manish.
Hopefully, after the end of this over, he's given the ball to bowl, trying to go up. Neeraj Patel yet struggling to get his middle as he requires, but in one hand, looking at the score and the run rate just dropping below 5, and Shubham Patel playing on 60, I think it's been the best role that Neeraj has played so far.
In fact, if you would have actually gotten, or if you would have made things tight from the other side, it would have even helped Bhavesh. Because if you really see someone like Bumrah, I mean, when playing in the international circuit, what he always does is, even if he's not getting wickets, he contains on one side, which allows the bowler who's bowling in tandem with him on the other side to get wickets. Now, someone like, let's assume on the other side, if things would have been kept a little more quieter, then it would have forced someone like Shubham Patel to take a risk. And Bhavesh has been bowling beautifully well, the 3 overs. So he must have he would have looked to get one more. He is not allowing the batsman to score freely. I mean, 3.3 overs, and he's just given only 17 runs. If you look at it, even in that, I think a couple of balls were, I think one of it was misfielded by Dominic. It went all the way to a boundary. It could have been not even a single. So those were, again, 4 runs. Otherwise, he would be at 14 runs of almost 3.4, which is an excellent spell in the context of this game.
And that is what normally coaches ask you to do, is like, if you don't get the wickets, it's fine, but bowl in partnerships. Batting, we always talk about partnerships in batting, but there is also partnership in bowling. One hand, yes, you're not getting wickets, but contain the batsman. That on the other hand, you build the pressure to the batsman, and one good ball from your fellow mate can give you a wicket.
And this is exactly what the purpose of our discussion has been too. Because if you look at it, Bhavesh, now he's finished his spell, but 4 overs, 18 runs for 1 wicket has been a very good spell so far. So it would absolutely need him a good partner on the other end who could also support by putting more pressure on the batsman.
So there you can see the worm there. Yes, the Harum Titans a bit on the lower for now, but the most thing in advantage for them is the wickets. At this stage, we could see that the Playmasters had lost 5 wickets, while the Harum Titans have only lost 3. Now is when Day Patel comes in, coming to bowl the 14th over. That means even if Day Patel is supposed to finish his spell, he'll have to bowl the last over, the 20th over.
I think it's a little late, as you rightly said, in the context of the game. And I think he's been given the shorter side I think he's bowling from the botanical end. So that side is much more shorter. First one, full toss. Now this would be an interesting context. I beg your pardon, an interesting contest between mates Shubham Patel and Dipak Patel. They both grew up playing for the Gara club together before Shubham eventually moving to play for the Sikh Union. They both played together even tennis ball cricket. That's a good drive, cracking drive off the bat of Shubham Patel. A good stop from Dominic.
So straight away you could see Day Patel bowling much on the outside, giving the room to Shubham Patel, and who's been very brilliant so far. Right now you'd want to attack the stumps, let this ball spin, give the ball a bit of more revs on it so that he can get the turn and the bounce. Let the batsman do something different.
That's a great suggestion, and this is what he should be doing. But it would be interesting to see how he's going to bowl. The first one was much more fuller, outside the off stump. Now hit back, straight round. But still there is a fielder there. There would be only a single here, or they get 2 runs. That's good running between the wicket. 100 up. So far he has not conceded any boundaries. Only given 5 runs from his 4 deliveries. There was a chance there, but this was a little harsh, I feel, from the umpire. But I think it was swaying. It was turning away. Yes, it is well past the white line. That's a wide delivery there.
What a shot that is.
6. This is not what the doctor had ordered. Will that be called a boundary, or is that a 6? It will be interesting to see. You go onto his legs, going down leg, and he immediately sweeps it. Very strong.
Rightfully
So
mentioned.
he's
You
got-
just mentioned that the previous over. If you go straight or on the leg to Shubham Patel, he's straight away going to sweep you. What a shot that is from Shubham Patel. A flighted delivery, trying to get a bit of air into the ball. And what a shot over the extra covers.
I think he is going to now flash his bat at everything, because he realizes that they are approaching very close now. They need only 22 runs to win in 36, and they are very close to winning the game.
I feel at this moment the Harum Titans would try and finish the game in the next 2 overs, allowing them that extra bit of margin in the net run rate that will even help them in the long going of the tournament to qualify for the semi-finals.
Now Shubham is coming from the school end. It's a change of end for Shubham Chugg. Will be interesting to see how Neeraj and Shubham Patel decides to play. Shubham playing yet another brilliant knock on 72 from just 42 deliveries.
Exactly, and the change of sides for Shubham, yes, it puts in play the longer boundary for Shubham Patel, but though it puts a shorter boundary to play for Neeraj Patel.
Absolutely, but they would have wanted to give him a longer side, especially when he's bowling towards Shubham Patel, but I don't think Shubham is going to be bothered by that right now. He punches it on his back foot, gets 2 runs. By the time fielder collects it and throws it back. It would be interesting if Shubham Shah comes to his leg or middle, considering he's got the cushion of a longer side, and how would Shubham still play him?
And he also got a sweeper filter there.
Oh yes, Manji.
Brilliantly played there. Not taking any risk in terms of the running. That is not going to make any harm to the Harum Titans.
No, with just under 4 runs per over, run rate is not going to be a bother at all for team Harum Titans. With still 7 wickets in hand and Shubham playing brilliantly on 74, he would be looking forward to finish this game at the earliest.
Short ball straight away rocks in the hands of Dominic Vesonga, who drops. Did the lights come in play? A very, as Prasad likes to say, a regulation catch that needs to be taken. You can see this right into the hands and then pops out.
This would be hurting them. This is what they wanted. A change of side, and Shubham Shah getting a chance, creating an opportunity, and the catch went begging. Dominic Vesonga unfortunately not able to hold on to it.
Prasad, do you think even the fall of wicket right now, whether be it Niraj or Shubham, will make any impact at this moment?
I think it's a little too late at this point in time, because with just needing 17 runs, it's very difficult for them to put pressure. And even Neeraj Patel is still there, playing calmly, getting 19 runs from 21 deliveries. And after that, a big heave. Shubham decides to get a single and get past to the other end.
So 6 runs of this over, 116 runs for the loss of 3 wickets after 15. They require only 16 more runs to win in 30 balls. Just a run rate of 3.2. The only thing I feel that the Playmasters maybe can excite us is maybe one of the bowlers picks up a hat-trick.
I think that's a lot of optimism here. We all of us are extremely optimistic, be it in our life, be in our profession, be it in cricket. That keeps us going. But I feel it looks a little too good in the context of this game. But yes, cricket, as I told you, is a very funny game and where anything can happen. This has happened in international games. This can also happen in domestic games. So I wouldn't completely rule out that possibility. But the way Shubham is playing, I think it's only a matter of how many overs we are still going to have this game on.
I feel it is too much to ask for at this moment. But as you said, cricket a funny game. Until you haven't finished your last run, you haven't won the game.
You see, for those kind of games also to happen, you need a lot of support from the fielding unit, which we've seen missing, unfortunately, in this game. The fielding unit missing many catches, at least 2 or 3 catches dropped. First catch dropped of Samar Gurjar, and then we've had a couple of other catches. Around 3 catches already that I could remember having seen that were dropped. So that doesn't really allow your cause of getting 10 wickets, especially when you are defending a smaller total in a wicket like this, which has still something for the bowler and also for the batsman.
I feel this partnership is the one that has taken the Harum Titans home, or is going to take the Harum Titans home.
And I think the little cameo played by Neeraj Patel is very, very impressive. Like you said, Neeraj has taken his time. He didn't seem to be in a hurry. He didn't have to be, because his partner on the other end was striking almost a 200 strike rate. So with that, there was absolutely no scoreboard pressure on Neeraj Patel, who seems to be playing a great cameo, supporting his partner Shubham Patel, building a partnership. And this partnership seems to me that they've almost taken the game away from Playmasters.
Rightfully. And you see, when such an innings, you can have one batsman play the anchor role while the other batsman who's taking the lead role. The reason for that is you're not chasing a big target that every ball you're trying to look for runs. It's not a target that in an over you're looking for at least 9 or 10 runs in an over, or even let's say more than 10 runs in an over, like the previous games that we had.
Absolutely, and Kushkerai coming in. That's a brilliant shot. Steps down the track, hits it above the cover fielder, but there's a sweeper manning that area and he would collect it. But he wouldn't be able to stop the batsman from getting yet another single. They are cruising towards the victory. Harum Titans needing only 12 more runs to get yet another 2 runs on the table.
What a shot that is. The sound of timber could be heard also from the com box. A brilliant shot. Great piece of fielding. But 2 runs easily taken there by the Harum Titans.
I see Shubham would have already crept up in the leaderboard towards the top 3 or the top 4 scorers, especially with this 80, back-to-back 80s for him. Sees room, hits it. There's a fielder. Good effort from Vipin Vikaria.
Jumping for the ball, there is Vipin. Gets 2 runs of the last over, last ball. Shubham Patel. Oh, sorry, they just take a single. So the target now at single digits. 9 runs required of 24 balls. The Harum Titans 123 runs for the loss of 3 after 16.
Playmasters would have hoped to win this game, especially after losing the first 2 games. They came back strongly in the game against Nairobi Capitals, winning the game, and they would have wanted the momentum to help them in this game too. Unfortunately, they had a great start. They were going well until the 13th or 14th over, but after the wicket of Manish Kerai, they just started to fall apart. There were no partnerships being made, and eventually they succumbed to some good bowling from Samar Gajjar for 131 runs, posting a meager total of 132 for a side which already had a great batting lineup and was further boosted by the likes of Shem and Peter Koech. So definitely this seems to be an easy home run for Team Harum Titans.
And just to give you an update on Shubham Patel onto the leaderboard, he jumps right from position 11 to 3 with a total of 81 today on board. The previous 2 games he had a total of 95 runs, of which his previous game he had scored 77 runs not out. What a shot that is! A short ball rocking back. What a pull shot.
Hitting it straight to the parking lot. A big maximum extension of his arms. Shubham Patel hits it way into the crowd. What a massive maximum this has been. And it is from the man you see on the screen. He seems to be a great puller of the ball. He seems to be playing that pull shot exquisitely.
For now, I feel Shubham Patel has played all around the park.
This is some exquisite timing. He doesn't look a man like who's a strong hitter of the ball. I think this has to be attributed to some great timing from Shubham Patel.
Exactly, indeed. And this is what we're now. The remaining games of the Harum Titans, they'll have a positive mindset with Shubham Patel. Back-to-back 50s. Previous game 77 as I earlier mentioned. Today playing on 87 with just 3 runs required to win. I feel the other teams will have to do quite a bit of homework to see how to get the wicket of Shubham Patel.
It would be interesting. I wanted to see, was he opening also in the first game, or is it like they changed him to the opening position from the second game?
So apparently he didn't open the first game, and from the second game is when he came in, did the opening for them, and you could see all the difference that made.
So the scores are tied. The scores are level. We just need one more run. He did open. So I think after a meager outing in the first game, he came back strongly in the second and the third game, and now he's consolidating his position in this game, taking his team through with a staggering 90 runs from 53 deliveries. He would have even scored 100 today if there was enough score on board, but he still manages an unbeaten 90 from 53 deliveries, taking his team home along with the captain himself, Neeraj Patel. This has been a great chase for Harum Titans, getting 2 more additional points, stamping their authority on the table along with the table toppers, Mahadev Strikers. They move to position number 2, and that's the end of game number 14. But all of you who are watching us online, be ready, embrace yourself for the game tomorrow. It will be the mighty Mahadev Strikers and the fearsome Nairobi Capitals. They will be taking field tomorrow. It is 7 p.m. at the Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj, and that would be one hell of a game, ladies and gentlemen. We are expecting a full house tomorrow for that game. Till then, good night, Shubh Ratri.
Goes to Samar Gajjar. The highest number of sixes in tonight's game goes to Shubham Patel for hitting 4 out of the park sixes. The most number of dot balls goes to Samar Gajjar, bowling a total of 17 dot balls. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Join us tomorrow for match number 15 between Mahadev Strikers and Nairobi Capitals at 7 p.m.